Salut Chandra, comment ça va?
Salut Guy, tu vas bien?
Oui, pas mal, merci.
Ouais, on
Toi?
fait notre meeting en français hein, parce que Amy est en train d'apprendre le français.
D'accord.
Not really, no, just maybe some Spanish.
You didn't look at the fine print in your contract. Meetings will take place in French. Hey Glenn, what's cooking?
Nothing.
Nothing cooking in Manila? Not Manila, sorry. I put you in the capital, but you're not there, right?
Sorry, what was that?
Okay. Ciao Paolo.
Ciao.
You look
Ciao,
exhausted.
Paolo.
You look
Ciao.
exhausted. You look like in the video game.
Really?
Okay. So we still have Amy and Preeti. And who else? Hi, Shalva, how are you doing? Okay. Oh, yeah, and then we have I forget his name. Mayur, yes, Mayur. All right. Preeti, what's up? What's cooking in Ohio?
Hi, we're good.
Good. So Amy, we're gonna move the meeting, right? As of next week, you're gonna move it to.
I think so, yeah. Does Tuesdays at the same time work for everyone?
Works for me.
Tuesday doesn't work for me at this time.
Okay. What other days work for everybody? Friday won't work for me long term.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi, Mayur. Look,
Hi,
Amy,
hello.
the democracy and consensus is complicated. If it has to be Tuesday, it will be Tuesday, and Preeti will update by email or by whatever else. I mean, if you have other options, of course, let's see. But if that's the only good option for you, and you are CMO, so you decide. I mean, if it doesn't work on Fridays, we need to move it.
Yeah, we could do, so I have flexibility a couple other days of the week, guys.
Okay.
So I could do Tuesdays or Wednesdays pretty equally. But we'll send out a follow-up email and kind of get a consensus to see which of those two works best for the most people.
Okay, let's do that. Then we do a quiz after the call. All right. Good.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I leave the floor to you, Amy. You are starting to get familiar with the team. You kind of know who is who and who is doing what.
Perfect. Yeah. So hi, everyone. It's good to meet everyone in person for the first time. I joined earlier this week and I'm really excited. I've been working with a couple of you and emailing back and forth on some projects. So I feel very welcome. Thank you guys so much. So for this week, I wanted to start off by going around and just introducing everyone formally. Where are you from? And then what do you currently do on the team? An update on any of the projects that we have up in the air right now. Sound good?
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect. So why don't we start with Paulo?
Okay.
You know I was gonna pick on you. I know you the best.
Okay. I'm not very involved in the marketing. So right now I'm writing the Tokyo Game Show demo. So I'm very full inside that. Where I'm from Italy. So I'm GMT +1 time zone. And that's all. I've been in MoodMe since 5 years. So it's a long time. And I started as designer, then developer, then CXO, and anything else. So right now I'm a CTO at interim. So I'm waiting for the real CTO will come in the company. And
You can apply for the job, huh?
no.
You can find the application on LinkedIn.
Okay, good. Yeah, anyway, yeah, Paolo is really covering kind of all bases or almost all bases technically. So it's kind of, yeah, he can build stuff, but he can also manage teams building other stuff. Yeah.
Perfect. For Tokyo Game Show, are we pending any support from the marketing team that you're currently waiting on? It's already been assigned?
For me, I don't need personally, I don't need support from marketing, but I think that marketing will need some support from me if you want screenshot or videos of the application.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, so for that, I made a quick update in the group chat. So Glenn has been doing a tremendous work. He got like more than 600 contacts. So the mailing is almost ready to go. We'll do 2 mailings, one today and one like a couple of days before the game show starts, which is on the 30th. And so, yeah, and in addition to that, Glenn, as I mentioned, was in the matchmaking tool, you know, meeting people, and one of them is the NBA. So we'll see what pans out, but, you know, one deal with the NBA and we can be...
Wow, like the NBA?
Yes, like the NBA. Yes, yes.
Wow, very cool.
Yes, yes. So, you know, fantastic, of course, to be entering the radar of the NBA. By the way, we've already had conversations with them, but, you know, it's such a big organization, so it takes time to find the right person to talk to. I've met in person one of their guys at when we were in Qatar at the Qatar Sports Tech. Anyway. But so it's good. And then Mayur and Shalva are both doing kind of similar things in Facebook groups, all related to Unity and gaming. This is like, right now we're making a big blast on gaming. We're not going to do that for, you know, for 6 weeks, but for this week and next, you know, and maybe the first 4 or 5 days of October, we'll do focus on video gaming. So with Mayur and Shalva, you know, in the tech forum and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, Amy, you suggested something, you know, there are always interactions. Product and marketing, it's not like 2 different silos. For instance, Paolo, we're going to give away a game, the game that you're finalizing, we're going to give it. And I don't know how many downloads, I hope we'll have a lot of downloads, but it would be nice to have people forced to give us at least their email to get it going, or maybe it only runs for a week, and then if they want to have the, you know, something like that, because in the end we need to build quality database of prospects, and so I mean you can ship it without that, but we need to find a way to capture this data either directly from the game, like provide an email and to activate it, or they have to go to a landing page. We can discuss that after the call in a smaller group, but a product that we give away, so it should give us something back, at least the email of the user, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, has anyone ever downloaded like a free tool on like a blog or kind of, I don't know, something for school, and it requires you on a pop-up to put in your email and they email it to you?
Yeah.
Similar system, if we can make that work for maybe not this one, if it's a little bit too late, but for future items, it could be an interesting way to collect data. We can test it too.
Yeah, Paulo, actually, it could be a simple pop-up on the landing page through HubSpot, but that has to be filled. Now we don't check the validity of the email, right?
No, HubSpot doesn't check. And we can just put the download after a form wall, so you cannot download without entering the email.
Okay.
This can be done. Then the email will be not verified, so any syntactical correct email will be accepted. So you can also enter at aa.com and you can download the game.
Yeah.
However, the game will be not that important. We need to focus on the Tokyo Game Show. How we demo on Tokyo Game Show is not about download from our website. We need someone to test on Tokyo Game Show. Otherwise, there will be, no data, no interest with the game. We need someone.
What do you mean test? What do you mean test? Because it's an online trade show. What do you mean testing?
It's an online trade show only.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed. Initially, it was going to be a physical event. Because the Japanese, they could organize the Olympics. So we were hoping that it would be a physical event, but now it's going to be only online. So
if it's online, it will be very hard to find good feedback because we need a controlled situation. We cannot, we can release in the wild, but many people will start to play and without a webcam, so you will get nothing. Also, the game will not start. So if we want to release to a wider audience and an uncontrolled environment, or we need to do some adjustment to the application, or we have to be prepared to get a lot of issues or errors or not valuable data.
Yeah, Paolo, when can we do a test with the group? I mean, before we ship it out to the world, we should test it internally. So when can we have a beta or alpha version that this team plus the tech team can test?
I can release a version even right now without the data visualization. So you can play and you can check if it's run on your system.
Okay.
However, the match and the link between the game and the webcam and things that will make this silly game to have a meaning. It's very, how can I say, tight in terms of constraints. So I don't know, releasing this game in the wild will be a lot of, we will get a lot of or bad feedback or no feedback at all.
Yeah, so let's start testing it internally. So as soon as you can release it to both the marketing and the tech groups, and we'll ask everybody to provide a test. So it's a Windows application, right? Unity Windows?
Yes, Windows application and needs to be played with the keyboard and mouse.
Okay.
So this is also another friction in the game for the playability.
All right, good. Anyway, so let's ship it internally first and play with it, and then we'll see what the feedback is to see when we can release it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Preeti, what have you been cooking? I think Coach Me was finally released yesterday, right?
Yes. So I'm Preeti. I'm in Indiana right now. I'm mostly in charge of like the Instagram, and we're just finishing up product week. I will send the edits to the video after. But yeah, I think that's mostly it for the marketing initiatives.
Okay, good. By the way, yeah, let's go back to the suggestion of Amy. Let's go around the table and finalize the introductions.
We're kind of doing both. How about Maya? Why don't you introduce yourself to everyone? You're a newbie this week too.
Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourself with kind of who you are, what you're doing?
Oh, yeah, sure. So it's yeah, yeah. I'm from India. You must have heard about the place, Dhule, Maharashtra, and currently I'm in marketing field, like for the same company, marketing and business development. And I'm doing Facebook and Unity game developers group searching, joining the groups, and trying to do 50 plus. And these are the numbers. And then this is my second day actually in the company. So
Welcome.
yeah, hi to you all. Thank you so much.
Perfect. And then who else do we have? Is it Shalva?
I'm basically doing what Mayor said he was doing. I have just been doing it a little longer. I have just been doing it for 2 weeks. I'm just joining groups in Unity related groups, and I'm just asking them for feedback. I'm not really pushing about the product or buy or download this. I'm just asking them about their opinions or what they think. And I have been getting a good engagement, and I've been.
Perfect. You two should sync up after the call and kind of go over strategies for how you get that engagement to help guide our newest newbie. Perfect.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then, is it Francis Glenn?
Yes, Francis Glenn, but you all guys can call me Glenn for short. I'm used to being called Glenn. Anyway, I'm from the Philippines, and I'm currently doing the getting leads for the gaming industry. I started with games and events, but now due to the Tokyo Game Show, I'm focusing on the gaming companies.
Perfect. And then last up we have, do you go by Guy or Guy? What is it? Guy, okay.
Yeah, it's my nickname, Gui, Guilherme in Portuguese.
Perfect.
Yes, these last days I'm working on that issue at CoachMe program because as I have explained a little bit to you, in the first time that the user plays it, sometimes it spent too much time loading, and we thought about a way to entertain the user, seeing something that will explain what he will get in CoachMe application. So I was working on images and this kind of film you see in order to entertain. And then this all because I know a little bit of Photoshop. I had this a little bit of knowledge. I used it to work as photographer for 20 years.
Oh, cool.
Yes, I changed my plans. I'm studying hard also programming. That's why I'm in the two teams, the tech team and the marketing team as well. So a little bit is more or less it was this.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone, right? Did I get everyone?
Yeah, we don't have Amy Satida. Satida has been, she's this time doesn't work for her anymore with her classes. I don't know when she will be available. She's kind of near the end of her internship, but I don't know what her next steps are. We'll see. She was very active all the summer when she was visiting family in Thailand. Now she's back to school, and I know this time is not free for her. So we'll see.
Got it. Okay.
And Guy, what is the timeline for you to create this kind of a little video or animation to keep users patiently waiting? When is it going to be live so that we can test it? I mean, not live in production, but live in the testing link so that we can, test it all of us.
This morning, Dima sent me a link to a test link for CoachMe, and it was already running normally for the first time.
Okay.
And I took a little modifications that Amy sent me about the texts, and I'm just finishing it. I think half an hour. I think I will send it back to Dima to update it.
Okay. So when we can
Listen.
test it, you throw the link in the group chat so we can all play with
Okay.
it. Cool.
Okay. It was working well, both in mobile and PC formats, both of working well.
Cool. Yeah, we need something like that. I saw the test. By the way, you did a great job also, getting all people to test it. The times of loading are horrible for some of us, depends on the
Internet speed also.
Yeah, but sometimes it was like 50 seconds for the first run, and the second run would still be 30 seconds. That's a lot of time waiting on a dark screen. It's awful.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like we hate our customers, kind of, It's awful. I mean, who waits 30 seconds for something to start?
So the average bounce time on a regular website page, one that you're not like confirming load, is around 3 seconds if it hasn't loaded yet. They'll give you 3 seconds to give them some kind of information.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a really, really great, impactful item for people that might do that. Like I did. I thought it was broken when I tested it the first time before I onboarded.
Yeah. And the size of the model is critical. I mean, by the way, Paolo, I kept in touch with Dimitri, and he's been cooking new AI models for the fun, So he's created a better AI model for emotion, but it's 50 megabytes. And I think ours is 2 megabytes, which I don't know why it takes so long to load, but you imagine 50 megabytes is, it could work on a PC or even on mobile app because it's already in the app. But on the browser scenario, when you need to load it from the server, that's 50 megabytes too long. So we always have to be careful on the size. Size matters so much in this kind of scenarios. It's directly tied to the waiting time.
However, the video is online in the test environment, so you can test.
Cool.
Loading times are, I think, a little bit better. Of course, you will see the video to loop at least 2 times before the application starts. And the file sizes are not that big, but also it's not all about the model. There are a lot of files that are needed to be downloaded. So it's not all about the model.
Yeah.
And there are big binary files to download, and many of the time it's not just download, it is to initialize the engine in the JavaScript engine of the browser. So I don't know if reducing the size will give us a better result, or probably a little bit more optimizing of the code will help us better.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. All right. So anything else, Amy? Marketing-wise, what is the big next step? Is going to be the website, and we're going to be doing a kind of solid restructuring, simplifying, not just of the text, but also the navigation.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is merge the product section with the solution section, I think is what we call it.
Yeah.
And really parsing it into AI and AR specifically, making that journey easier for our customers. So for people who do social media content, our graphic designers and video creators on staff, I'm looking at you, Preeti, for your amazing videos. They're great tutorials, step-by-steps. We're definitely going to need some support on site with those. Expect that coming up on Trello over the next couple of days. I'll be mostly active on the weekend. So if you get a ton of emails, I'm very sorry. I know that we're in different time zones, so don't worry about responding too quickly, but I do want to make sure that we support that as quickly as possible. And then for the Tokyo Game Show, we do need some social posts to go with that as well, and potentially some more support for the game if it does require a little bit of know-how to use the tutorial in that demo properly. So if it needs to be on PC with a mouse and keyboard and it has to have a camera, we need to make that super clear at the start to the consumer as quickly as possible. And we'll get to that after we all test it. So we'll all stay active in this group chat and keep going.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Paolo, did you, I mean, anyway, we'll get the feedback from the testing, but is it super clear for the user that you need a mouse, you need a keyboard, you need a webcam? I mean, I know that for you it's obvious, but for Joe Doe, it's not.
Of course, no, because maybe mouse and keyboard you will always have, but not for the webcam. So this demo was built with the controlled environment in mind. So we need to explain the user that we need a webcam and that the webcam needs to be pointed towards the face of the user, that the user must be in descent-like conditions and things like that. Also, we need to address eventually camera issues, like you can have a camera that cannot expose resolution and frame rate that we need for the application. So we need to alert the user that maybe he or she has an unsupported webcam. We need to add a lot of check to make this to run smooth on wild environment. So we need to work a little bit more in terms of usability because this demo was built with a different target. So we need to add some check at the start, some text. The game itself, it's silly, so it's not a problem, but we need to at least explain better to the user how to set up the environment to test the game.
Okay.
Yeah. And Paulo, can you send me those specs that the user must have for their camera so we can create some content for it?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay, cool. Anything else? Have you connected with Tan, Amy? Because he's probably the rock star of the website.
I have not connected with him yet. I'll send him an email.
Okay.
Hoping to meet him today.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, he's in your time zone or near. He's in Maine, so he's, yeah. Okay. I was thinking of one thing, Paolo. You see what the idea of Amy? I think it's quite standard in very easy to navigate websites. Like, what do you call it, Amy? Infinite. You know, you basically page down a page.
Infinite scroll. Yeah.
Infinite scroll. Yeah. So so that means there is only one URL for a given page, even though it may be a 10 or 20 page down long. Or can we have like tabs like we do in the customer page, Paolo? You know, it will be the same URL, but it will have a slash, you know, hashtag.
The anchor text.
We can have anchors inside the page, so you can scroll
anchors,
down.
Yes. Anchors, so you can really point someone directly inside that page, not always at the top.
Yes, but it's a matter of the JavaScript that is handling the infinite scroll, because you don't have the anchor on the page at start. You need to load dynamically. So if the customer is at the end of the page, you have to load the whole page and then open the anchor. So it's a matter of code, not just HTML.
Okay, I don't know if it's complicated, too complicated for Tan or not. You can do that, Paolo, as well or not?
If we have to implement on our website, it would be better to find a plugin, WordPress plugin that do the things that we need.
Okay.
If WordPress itself is not already able to do infinite scroll by itself without any plugins, I don't know, because we never use it, so we need to check if our version is able to do out of the box, or maybe we need some kind of plugin to do this kind of lazy loading.
Yeah, I think we do need a plugin, but I can send over a couple suggestions that we've used.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, if we need to buy a plugin or whatever, let me know. I mean, it's not a problem, of course. Okay, sounds good. Anything else, guys and girls? Good.
For me.
So we can play with the new emotional coach that Guy and Dima have been working on. The link has been provided here. It's better to provide it on Skype because this is going to be lost after the call. And then, Paolo, we hope to see your Tokyo Alpha or whatever you want to call it. We can start testing it as soon as you release it. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. And Shalva and Mayur with Shamal, who is apparently getting better. So I'm really happy to see that she reacted to one of our group chats. She was in the hospital for a full week. So with her, we already created a Google Sheet with lots of Facebook groups, but also some of the tricks, you know, because you're going to figure out what works, what doesn't work. So it will be kind of iterative. So we can have I will share the link with you guys after the call, but we can put, let's say, all our recipes, the things that work or the things that don't work. So you know that if Shalva hits a wall, Mayur doesn't have to hit him the same wall. Okay, so we can share the tricks over there. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, and TGIF for some of you.
Well, I'll go start my day, you know.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Nice talking, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Good weekend.
Have a lovely weekend.
You too.
Okay.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye.